Pierre Poilievre is claiming that Mark Carney is going to be taxing cars at $20,000 per vehicle. And it's a lie. As I said, the closer we get to election day, the more desperate Pierre is going to get and the bigger his lies will be. Previously, the Liberals had instituted a plan whereby, starting in 2026, car manufacturers had to sell a certain portion of their vehicles as electric vehicles. The same thing that is happening in almost every Western nation in the world, except for Donald Trump's America. And the reason for this is because, the whole green transition, the whole not wanting to die in the climate wars thing. And because with that volume, electric cars will become cheaper. So where's this $20,000 come from? Pierre claims that car manufacturers would be charged $20,000 per vehicle for every vehicle that was sold beyond the percentage limit for EVs, or the percentage requirement for EVs. Except that's also not true. The government is incentivizing them to sell EVs, and they lose that incentive if they don't. And also, like 2 years ago, 12% of cars in Canada that were sold were EVs, and it's only gone up since, before the quotas. And on top of that, Pierre says that he wants to make it so that Canadians can buy any car from anywhere with no restrictions. Except he wants to implement even harsher tariffs on Chinese EVs, which are some of the cheapest cars on the market. So he wants you to have freedom, except for if it's freedom to choose an EV, especially if that EV was made in China and it's cheaper for your wallet, but he wants you to have cheaper cars, unless those cheaper cars come from a country that he doesn't like. And listen, I understand why we have the tariffs on Chinese EVs. We need to promote our own domestic industries. But Pierre's lies are just kind of getting sad now. Hit the like and follow button if you want to stay up to date.